and make-believer. Welcome to S. McPherson's Madhouse. In today's video, I'm telling you all about the books I plan to munch this month in September, or that I've already munched. I've already munched one of them, and I'm really cramming to fit in the next two. We'll see how I go. So the first book that I have already read this month was one that was highly anticipated on my TBR. I don't know what took me so long to get to it. It came out earlier this year, I think February or March, I could be wrong, but it's by one of my favorite authors. It's a continuation to her epic saga thing, because she's got two like overlapping series, and this one kind of joins both series together. I was very excited about this one, and I read it at last, and that was King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. Also, I love this cover. It's so pretty and gold. Can you see? Ooh. Ooh. So this book comes after Six of Crows and the Grisha trilogy, so if you haven't read both those series, you really should. They are so good. Six of Crows, Kaz Brekke is just amazing. Amazing. So this follows all the characters, or most of the characters, or many of the characters from both series after the events of their series, and basically ties some of them in together, which is really nice and was so exciting to see. But I will of course do a wrap up of the books I munched at some point and tell you more about what I thought about this and all the books that I read in summer. I have so much to fill you in on, but for now I'm just telling you what books I am reading / going to read. So this follows Nikolai Lantsov, but there's also a few familiar faces from the Six of Crows series and what's happening in their lives and how everyone's kind of working together. And everybody seems to have their own kind of inner demon, and some have literal inner demons affecting them and altering the way they would behave and becoming a bit of a liability, which is the last thing you need when the world is in turmoil. I don't want to give too much away, so that's all I'm going to say about King of Scars, but that is / was the first book that I read in September. The second book that I am reading in September, and I'm currently reading right now, and I have to say, is really good, but I will of course do a wrap up once I'm through, because I've only gotten to like the first 100 pages so far, and it's about 500 pages long. So I'm hoping to finish this book pretty soon so that I can get to the next book, but I mean, I'm not the fastest reader, so we'll see how I go. But anyways, it is the second to A Darker Shade of Magic, and that is A Gathering of Shadows. So it is the second in the Darker Shade series by the infamous V.E. Schwab, another favorite author of mine. I was so excited to have so many favorite authors on my TBR this month, because it just means it's going to be a good reading month. So since this is a sequel, I of course won't tell you much about it because of spoilers, but A Darker Shade of Magic and the whole series follows the lives, as far as I know, follows the lives of Lila Bard, who is this awesome streetwise savvy girl who's a thief and a rogue and just cunning and witty and charming, and Kel, who is an Antari, which is this magical sorcerer type person. He has magic, and he has one black eye, which signifies that he has magic, and everybody knows him as this magical being. And there are different shades of London. So there is a London that's the red London, there's a London that's the grey London, there's white London, and there's black London, and of course there's different sort of strains of magic that comes with it, and basically different worlds. And Kel and our little thief Lila end up entangled in a whole magical upruling thing, and all different Londons colliding and all this stuff, and it was epic. And then we reach a nice conclusion, or so it seems, and now we have A Gathering of Shadows. And the third and final book that I plan to read this month, or at least hope to read this month, providing that I can get through A Gathering of Shadows in like the next 3 days, is my indie pick of the month. Should I make that my new indie pick? Indie pick! What indie pick? Yeah, indie pick! What indie pick? And that is A Shade of Vampire by Bella Forest. So she is an indie author that I have heard about for years. She is doing very, very well and has written like a million books and has been in the top ranking on Amazon for so long. And I kept meaning to pick up her books because of course, you know, she's an indie author, you know, so first of all, gotta support and show the love, but also she's doing it very, very well. So why not learn from the masters, right? So at last I'm getting to a Bella Forrest book. I don't know if it was her first series, but it's definitely one of her most popular series. It is a 7-book series, so hopefully I love it and fall into this exciting new world. It says that it follows Sophia Claremont on her 17th birthday, where all hell breaks loose and she ends up being trapped by a very powerful, extremely powerful vampire and whisked off to an island called the Shade, where the sun never shines, and it's just a place that girls do not want to end up because there are the most powerful vampire coven living there. And basically our star, Sophia, ends up imprisoned in Derek Novak's harem, and he is the Dark Royal Prince, and you know, you don't want to be there, but at the same time it seems like he may be the safest place to be, or at least in his palace, in his quarters, maybe the safest place to be, because there's lots of stuff happening outside the royal palace that is much, much worse on this dark and deadly island. And so while she is, I'm guessing, struggling to find a way to escape this island and return to her life, she also has to get in good graces with this dark and deadly prince so that she does not end up dead. That is basically what I'm gleaning from the blurb. It sounds really fun, it sounds really good. I love a vampire story, so I'm looking forward to diving in to A Shade of Vampire. And that is all for the books I plan to munch this month of September. Have you read any of these books, or do you plan to read them? And if you have read them, what did you think? And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up / like, and if you like all my other videos, then please subscribe / follow. And until next time, I'll see you. Bye!